Today, welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. My name is Michael, and today we're going to do a really important upgrade to my new Polaris Ranger 570 SP. For the longest time, I've been trying to find good ways to mount electronics within a side-by-side or an ATV, and I've always come up short. I always ended up using things like this. I don't know how many of these things I've bought over the years, but I'm always so terribly disappointed. In the reviews, they always say they're very stable and they hold the iPad or the phone really strongly, but they never do. They're always made out of this cheap plastic, they're never metal, and there really isn't a good solution that I've ever found. They either mount not very well, or for off-road use they're just not stable. They may be fine in a car or a truck on a highway, but when you start moving around they just wobble all over the place and they never last. You can never tighten them up fully, so I've always been disappointed. So I've been on the lookout for something a little bit more rugged, something that's kind of built in, and I think I managed to find it. So this is the product. This is designed specifically for this model, so it's Polaris Ranger midsize. From 2022 onwards, I think, somewhere. I'll put a link in the description. But very straightforward, just a plastic box. Has a place for an iPad, and it has a little glove box. Inside, you're provided with all the stuff you need, and you just need a couple of drill bits. So let's go ahead and see if this thing fits as they say it does. So I had a tough time trying to get the top pins in using the existing clips, and I ended up cutting them down, shaving them down slightly so that the pin would go all the way in. This was the only problem I had in the installation, and I think it's just the pins weren't long enough so they could fully expand when fully forced all the way down. Strangely, the front pins went in without any problems whatsoever. Just below the push pin on the front is a hole for a screw. I did end up putting that in. I wasn't sure whether it needed it, but I did it anyway. Well, that's the install all done. I'm actually very happy with the results. It was a little bit more expensive than those cheaper holders, but I think this looks factory and I'm very happy with it. It gives me extra storage behind there, which should be watertight, and I can put my cell phone in there, etc., and a few charging cables and whatever I need. It doesn't interfere with the shifter, which is really great. I did have to modify the push pins, bit of a pain in the butt. Like, they should have noticed that on the design, because you got now a thicker material, but it works wonderfully. So I'll leave a link in the description if you want to pick one of these up for yourself. They do sell them for other models of side-by-side, etc., not just the Polaris Ranger mid-size, but also the full-size and a few other models. So let me know what you think of the video. Leave me a comment down below on any questions you might have, and if you plan to do this upgrade yourself. So until next time, take care. And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.